Pixies, welcome back to my channel. So the last time I talked about my broccoli salad recipe, somebody asked me if I would make a video the next time that I made it, and well, yes I will. So I'm getting ready to make it tonight. I'm excited about it. It's one of my favorite side dishes. I'm gonna go ahead and put the camera down here and tell you guys the ingredients. And I have everything out here that I'm gonna need, and this is the bowl I'm gonna be making it in. So I'll do a better representation as far as letting you guys see the bowl and all that stuff in a minute. But first of all, you need 10 strips of cooked bacon. Now you can cook your own bacon and chop it up, or this right here is what I like to use. It just makes it easier. You guys know I'm all about simple and easy recipes, so this is the Great Value fully cooked bacon. This is the 2.1 ounce box, and I use the entire box of this. So there's that. And then I need, it calls for 2 heads of broccoli. I always add a little more of everything just because I really love this recipe. So I have 3 of these heads of broccoli. And then it calls for dried cranberries. It calls for a cup, and this is the Great Value brand dried cranberries, which makes it so amazing. And it calls for either, or you can use both, 1/3 of a cup of sunflower seeds or almonds. And this is what I like to use, the sliced almonds. I actually found I didn't have sunflower seeds one day, and I replaced it with the almonds, and I actually like it better. So yes, sorry if you can hear my washer in the background. Okay, and then we need a cup of cheddar cheese, but I will use this whole 2-cup bag. So there's that. And then 1/3 of a chopped red onion. I will probably use half of this and the biggest half as well, because I like a lot of the red onion. It just makes it really good. And then for the dressing that goes in, this calls for mayo, calls for salt and pepper, 2 tablespoons of vinegar, and I have the Bragg's apple cider vinegar with the mother. That doesn't really matter for this recipe though. Lemon juice, I have this here. Sugar, it calls for 1/4 of a cup of sugar. Just have that. And then last but not least, it calls for cayenne pepper, which I did not get out yet. So anyway, it only calls for about, well, it does say 1/8 of a teaspoon. So that's a little, just a little tiny bit. So anyway, I'm going to go wash this broccoli, and I'll be right back to chop it up. Okay guys, I'm back with the washed broccoli, so I'm going to go ahead and chop that up. This is totally the worst part of the job, chopping the broccoli up. Everything else is just cake after that. So basically what I do is I just take this and I just go around and let the pieces fall where they may. And I probably need to have me a garbage bowl over here somewhere, but just like that, and then I'll chop them up into smaller pieces. So let me just go ahead and get all of these off. Okay. And last but not least. Now, whenever I was keto, I would make this, but instead of, I would leave out the dried cranberries, and instead of regular sugar, I would use like granulated stevia or granulated monk fruit sweetener, which you really can't tell much difference, honestly, with this recipe. So, all right. So basically what I'm going to do is make these pieces, the size, you know, just bite size. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Bite-sized pieces. Get them in there. Like I said, this is the hardest part of the whole gig. And I don't like the stems. I just feel like, you know, they just have too much of a green taste, and plus they're harder to chew. There is going to be some in there, but just a little bit. Cut off as much as I can. This is a really good recipe to take to, like, if you have an office party. This always goes over good. Like, most people love this. Or just a family get together. If you're asked to bring a dish. Super easy. Somewhat on the healthy side. Like I said, you can make it healthier if you wanted. You could use a light mayonnaise. You guys let me know if you make this. Let me know if you substitute anything or if you add or subtract anything. Always looking for new ideas. I'm going to pause this for a second. Okay guys, so this is how much 3 heads of broccoli gives me. So just in case I didn't mention it, you don't cook the broccoli. Everything in this dish is raw onions and everything. So just in case, you never know. Let's see, I'm just going to leave that intact since I'm just using half of the onion. I'm going to put that up in the fridge. Let me get this away. I love a good red onion. They're just not too strong, but just the perfect strength for this. Well, all right. I didn't want to do it, but oh well. Okay. All right, thank goodness my washer stopped. It was loud. All right, next, I'm just gonna go ahead not real big. Pretty thin, actually. Then I'll turn them over and try to get them to from this angle. Oh, that part looks, is it just my eyes or is it dark? I don't know. All right. We got some bigger pieces at the end. Just kind of give them a good chop. And I usually take the back of the knife and just kind of go over that, kind of break them up a little bit, which they'll get broke up good whenever you're stirring it. But I'm going to put this right on top. Now, next thing I'm going to do is measure these cranberries out. Well, let me go ahead and do the bacon. I am going to warm up the bacon in the microwave for about 30 seconds. I'm not going to do a minute because it'll make it too hot for me to hold. So usually I just will stick it in some paper towels after I open it. Put it all together. There we go. All right, let me pop this in for 30 seconds. Okay. Oh, I skipped a piece. That's all right. Okay, so next I'm gonna get me a measuring cup. Do everything with this. So this is a cup. I'm gonna go ahead and put in the cranberries. Like I said, I will use more than a cup though, because I use more than 2 heads of broccoli. Let that bacon sit there a minute. Okay. All right, there's a cup. Yum. These things are so good. They just take it up a notch. I'm probably going to use a cup and a half. Just because they really take it up a notch. Oop. No, I don't want quite that much. Hold on. Oop. Just make a mess here. Okay. Anything I dropped is going in. Alright. There's that. And like I said, I'm going to use this whole thing of cheese. I do prefer that it's not finely shredded cheese. But evidently I got the wrong stuff. And 1/3 of a cup of almonds. I'm going to use more like a little over 1/2 of a cup. Go ahead and put this in. Like I said, I'm just going to keep using the same old thing. Less dishes dirty, the better. So this is a little over 1/2 a cup. Okay. Next, what do we have? Let's do the bacon. Get it in there. Now, 30 seconds is plenty of time for that bacon to get nice and warm. All right. So basically, I just try to leave it all together like this. And it usually I cook it a minute. I just did 30 seconds and it's still pretty hot to handle. But I just chop it like this, just all of them together. They will get separated. Ooh, that's hot when you stir them up. Okay. All right. Good enough. Going in. All right. I'm going to go ahead and go in with salt and pepper. Not really measuring. It just says salt and pepper. I usually add more salt after I'm done anyway. So there's that. Let me get a towel for my hands. Okay. All right, a little bit of pepper. Next thing we're going to do, this is what I did last time as well. I didn't really make the dressing on the side and then pour it over. I just put all the ingredients in and stirred everything up, and it was amazing. So I'm not going to dirty up another dish. All right, so it calls for 1 1/4 cups of mayo, which I may have to open a new one here. I'll see how this looks. I probably will. Let me get, what's this? Just going to go in. I'm just going by looking at it. Definitely going to have to open a new one. You know what they say, measure with your heart. And if you've been cooking a while, you kind of know on sight what a cup looks like, or 1 1/4 cups. Okay. Let me go ahead and grab my other one. Where did I put it? Okay. Not there. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right. And go in a little bit more. Okay. That looks good. Oops. Next, it calls for 2 tablespoons of the vinegar. Just going to eyeball it, but I am going to shake that mother up. Shake that mother up. All right, I'll probably do about 3 tablespoons. Okay. Next, lemon juice, 1 tablespoon. Just going to give it a couple of good squeezes. Okay. Next, it calls for cayenne pepper. I don't have that out yet, so I'm just going to go ahead and start stirring this up. I don't even know that I put it in last time. Oh, the sugar. 1/4 of a cup of sugar. I'm probably going to do 1/3 of a cup. Let's do that. Hopefully a bunch won't pour out. Okay. That looks like about 1/3 of a cup. Okay. Now, give it a real good stir. And the best thing you can do is put the lid on it, stick it in the fridge. It'll be better the next day, but it'll still be good if it sits for an hour or 2 and everything kind of mingles together. Sit over here so you can see a little bit better. I probably won't put the cayenne pepper in. I don't know. Let me see. Oh, here it is. It's right in front, so I'm going to go ahead and stick a little in here. That's what I got. The big cayenne pepper here. Just going to put a little bit in my hand. Whoop, not that much. It just calls for, like I said, 1/8 of a teaspoon. That is probably about at least 1/4. So, boom. All right, we got it. Now, stir. So all the mayo's dissolved. Before I open it, I usually just shake the bowl really good with the lid on tight, just to kind of stir everything without having to actually do it. Seriously though, the cranberries make this dish. They're so good. Okay. Alright guys, I'm going to stick it in the fridge. When I get it back out in a couple hours, I will do a taste test for you guys. Let you see the finished product. Alright guys, so it's been an hour and a half, something like that, and I just got it out of the fridge. So like I told y'all, this is kind of how I get it all stirred up again. I just always kind of shake it. Alright, I'm going to get some out. If you're wondering what's back here, I made breakfast casserole for the family. So that is what they're having. And this is what I'm having. So let me get some out. So here's what it looks like. It's like super yummy. It smells amazing. Just grab me a thing here. Yeah. This stuff. Look at that. See how good that looks? Alright, let me do a little taste test. Yum. Alright. So, let me see if I have enough mayo and stuff in there. Honestly, it usually looks a little bit creamier, but it's perfect. I love it. So, there it is. Broccoli salad. Like I said, let me know if you make it, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.